GEEKIEST, and welcome to the channel. I'm the Ginger Geeks Rory. How y'all doing today? This is the second video today, and today's video is going to be Freaky Facts. This is where I'm going to talk about certain facts that I research and look up online for you guys so that you don't have to. Some of these I already know, but I'm just basically going to go through a list of stuff that I found. So, we're going to start with, today we're going to talk about Spider-Man today. Freaky facts about Spider-Man. Now, there's not like a top 10 or anything. This is just some creepy facts that, not really creepy, some weird facts that maybe you comic book people know about, or maybe you people who don't read comic books will know about. Now, we're going to talk about, we're just jump around. Alright, here we go. He has been cloned multiple times. In the comic books, there has been a number of Spider-Man clones. Kane was a clone. Started off as a really bad guy, then turned into the Scarlet Spider, and now he's dead. You had Ben Reilly, who was the most well-known clone. You had Spider-Side, and a couple of others in the main timeline. I can't really remember fully after that. In the Ultimate Universe, the Carnage symbiote is actually a clone of Peter's blood with the symbiote mixed. Kind of creepy. And also a Spider-Girl, the Spider-Girl in the Ultimate Universe is a clone of Peter Parker. That's weird. Real weird. Alright. On that form, we're talking about the Ultimate Universe, he has been rebooted as a guy called Miles Morales. Now, Miles Morales started off not getting well liked, and the Ultimate Universe shook things up, which honestly is kind of like the all-new different Marvel. They actually did. Spider-Man was actually probably the only Ultimates universe that was actually good. Scary. But Miles has been brought into the regular timeline due to the whole thing going on with the Secret Wars, the Secret War thing. I'm okay with Miles Morales. He's got different spider powers than Peter. He's got some of the same, but he's actually pretty good. He is smart. He's technically, in that universe, he was related to Hobby Brown, which is the Prowler, which is going to be really weird to see him meet with a not-so-shady version of his family, because Hobby is a good guy in the 616 universe. So, alright. Number two, another freaky fact. His parents were spies for S.H.I.E.L.D. and actually double agents that worked with the Red Skull. Peter actually had, at one point in the comic books, basically cleaned their name up because they were looked down upon. They were actually S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, which is weird. He also met them at one point in time, which they were just robots that were trying to kill him because the Green Goblin's just weird like that. Alright, he has worked with the X-Men twice. He knew just recently Wolverine asked him to be a teacher at the Jean Grey Institute for Higher Learning. He was teaching ethics and stuff like that. But he also worked with them multiple times during the comic books, where he would go up to upstate New York and talk with the X-Men, because Professor Xavier was a well-known person on mutation, and Peter suffered mutations throughout his career. He's not a mutant per se, but Xavier knows what's going on. Plus, he felt welcomed up there because they're all outcast, and Peter's looked down upon most of the time in the public. And with the X-Men, he wasn't looked down upon. Sorry, my phone is messing up because I wrote this list out on my phone. I probably should have just got pen and paper because I believe the screen has froze. Yay! That's lovely. Oh. Okay, hold on. I gotta reload the app. Hold on, because I remember some of them, but I want to make sure that I have it. Alright, we'll go with the top one that I had. Let's just talk about this freaky fact. He has been in love 4 times. Alright. First person he was in love with was Betty Brant. Now, Betty Brant, beautiful woman, worked at Daily Bugle, fell in love with the Hobgoblin, hated Spider-Man. Peter was in love with her. They were dating for a while. Alright, so then Peter basically fell in love with Gwen Stacy. Alright, Gwen passed away. He fell in love with Mary Jane Watson. But he also, at a short time after, fell in love with, he didn't know it at that moment in time, that it was Felicia Hardy, the Black Cat. Peter has had a weird dating circle. Let's just say that in the comic books. For a nerd, supposedly a nerd, he has a big-ass dating game. He has dated some of the greatest and hottest people that Marvel has wrote. And also, Mary Jane was way different. Okay, Peter was part of the Fantastic Four. A form of the Fantastic Four, but still counts. Johnny Storm, on his deathbed, as a last will and testament of Johnny Storm, told Peter Parker that he needed to be in the Fantastic Four. When the Fantastic Four stopped being in, they became the Future Foundation. That's where Peter got the white and black Future Foundation outfit, and he was actually helping Reed, and Reed was in a happy moment having Johnny Storm with him. Now, Johnny came back to life, and they were living together for a while because Johnny didn't want to live in the Baxter Building because of all the weird stuff going on. And now Johnny is with Medusa and the Inhumans, so who knows if he'll meet Peter again. They are best friends. Now, that's another freaky fact that a lot of people don't really understand, that Peter is actually best friends with Johnny Storm. They both are around the same age, and they talk. They know secret identities, and one of the other freaky facts that I'll talk about actually came with a funny moment in the comic books where basically Johnny Storm told off Peter Parker when he didn't know it was Peter Parker because he couldn't tell him. Well, okay, so Peter Parker, at a certain point in time, Spider-Man's identity was under crisis, and he took the identities of 4 different superheroes. He got a jacket with R's on it, and he called himself Ricochet. He had golden armor, and he painted his body, and he became Prodigy, and he flew. He had a levitation belt. He also became Dusk with a, straight up, super spy suit that would change and everything. And also, Hobby Brown made him a Hornet outfit. Kind of looked like the Beetle, but it was the Hornet. As the Hornet, Johnny Storm literally pointed his finger at Peter, who he didn't know it was Peter yet, pointed it at him and was like, you better leave Spider-Man alone, because Spider-Man was #1 on, criminals, and people thought he was a criminal, and they were all trying to get him. It was funny to read this because Peter didn't know what to say. He's like, oh, okay, cool. Alright, in the comic books, Peter, before Uncle Ben died, was going to be a television star. He was basically going to be the Amazing Spider-Man on television. Now, in the movies, they showed it he was just wrestling. Now, he did wrestle, but after that, he was seen, and he made a Spider-Man outfit before becoming a superhero. He had a form of the Spider outfit, and he was basically doing stuff on television, and that's where the whole thing happened, the same origin. Yeah, you got it. Alright, for a time in the comic books, Peter had organic webbing. After facing Morlun, he emerged from a cocoon and had a form of spinnerets in his arms. Also, during the Spider Island thing, the spinnerets and everything was enhanced. He also had little stingers that would pop out of his arms. It was kind of cool. Kane has that now, but now that one more day happened, that Peter wanted his identity not known. There's another fact that during the Civil War, everybody knows that his identity was given out to the world. And Aunt May was shot by a Kingpin sniper, which Peter beat Kingpin into a bloody pulp in his cell, didn't kill him. Mary Jane and them were put in there, and Tony said he wasn't going to help them, even though he basically said he was. Peter had to face Tony, and Peter ran away, getting bloodily beaten by the Thunderbolts. And that's where he started helping Captain America. So, alright, let's find one more on my list here, because I wrote a lot. Let's see here. I talked about that. We all know Tony Stark built him an outfit in the comics called the Iron Spider, which was red and gold. Here's a small little picture from my phone. I can't show it to you all on the thing because I don't have the computer working yet. Yeah. So we'll just say another interesting fact is he has met Spider-Man 2099 multiple times in the comic books. Miguel O'Hara has met Peter Parker many times since he has become publication. Now, I'm going to probably put a list out of probably my favorite Spider-Man or anything like that, because I am a big Spider-Man fan. If you ever saw my Marvel list, if you can't, go look at it right now. My Marvel list is pretty good. I enjoyed it. But anyways, guys, those were some freaky facts. Freaky facts kind of ties into Nerd 101s, but because it's basically just facts. Instead of me giving you a history of it, I just give you some quick random facts. So anyways, guys, that was the first Freaky Facts video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I was trying to come up with something to do this Thursday. It's hot. I really haven't had time to write. I'll probably be doing more writing this Saturday. So hopefully. I will hopefully have the studio done, and I will have a lot of stuff going on for me. But anyways, guys, that was that video. I will see you later. I'm about to watch Netflix and watch some Shannara Chronicles, because I'm getting into Shannara Chronicles, so you're probably going to hear me talk about this, because it's pretty good stories, and I'll probably talk about more about young reader books. But anyways, that's the Ginger Geekist out. I'm the Ginger Geekist saying, stay frosty, stay cool. Enough said.